About a year and a half after Rich was killed, there was a wrongful death suit. My in-laws initiated it, and we had to go to Georgia for court. It was very traumatic. It was like knowing someone was going to die ahead of time. When I went to meet the lawyer for the very first time, he brought out this voluminous stack of papers. It was held together by this huge paper clip. And they were things I had never seen before. Police reports about the incident. And I just wanted to tear it all apart and look through all of it. I was actually hoping for autopsy photos or something, or scenes of him at the crime, because I didn't get to see him after the accident or to say goodbye. The lawyer left me in the room for a few minutes. He went to take a phone call or something, and I started looking through everything. And I thought, after I had read a few pages, how am I going to make it home? How am I going to get in my car and drive the 45 minutes back to my house? The lawyer came back in. I tried not to let him know how bothered I was by what I had read. The driver's license of the person that hit him, that was the picture of it was included. The man's name is Julio Alberto Mejia, of Asheville, North Carolina is where the license is. And he's originally from El Salvador. He's here illegally, and he is still wanted for felony hit and run. All the other papers are there pictures of him, of Rich, where he lay in the road and he bled. I mean, you can see where his head was and the trail of blood. I mean, this was a very upsetting thing for me to see. There are the papers from the hospital were in there. Severe traumatic brain injury, prognosis grave. There's a statement from Lynn Ledbetter, the tow truck driver that chased the car after he struck Rich. More hospital papers. This is the Cobb County Police supplemental report. It just says someone in Georgia turned in, called the police and said they saw a red Ford Mustang with the tinted windows, like it was all over the news, tourist hit. So these people called in when they saw the vehicle. I think the vehicle had like a big Nike swoosh in the rearview mirror, and that's how it was going to be identified, plus the crushed windshield. And the owners of the vehicle were trying to scrape off the Nike swoosh. And people saw them doing that, called the police. The plates did not match the vehicle. It says they came back as a 1988 Honda Accord instead of a 95 Ford Mustang. So, Rich's tissue, blood, and hair was found on the windshield of the vehicle. And all of that was taken into evidence. As far as I know, all these years later, the red Ford is still being held in lockup in Cobb County for evidence in case this man is brought to trial, in case he's ever found. a search warrant was executed, and this is just a list of all the things that were seized. Passport from a relative of the guy. They took sweatshirts, pictures, letters, hats, check stubs, pants, trash bags. More police reports. Anyway, we went to court, and it was awful. We had a short period of time to convey what a great person Rich was, and to show what an injustice and how this great person had been taken from us. And we did a really horrible job. We were angry at the insurance company for dragging us in there. We were bitter that we were kind of on trial here instead of this person that caused this accident. It was also upsetting to see Rich's brother testified, and he just broke down, and it tore all of us up to see each other on the stand in this state. It took so much out of us, and we lost the case. So the 9-hour trip all the way home from Georgia, I was just in the fetal position and just couldn't move, didn't know what to say. What was there to say? We left there with motel bills, and it was upsetting.